All right, welcome back to another video. Today I'm actually going to be talking about the 8bitdo Pro 3, kind of my feelings about it, and if you haven't watched my content, I am big on gyro and using gyro input as my main input for games and competitive shooters and stuff like that. So this will be a very gyro focused review here, but overall I think the Pro 3 is a great device when using it as a controller regardless, because it works with the Steam Deck, it works with Linux, it works with Windows, and it works with the Switch and Switch 2, and also it works with your iPhone or Android device. It has pretty much all of the input available here. You can see here it has D input, S is for Switch, and then it has X input other side there, and also has Bluetooth and the dongle option as well. So you have pretty much every type of input that you would need. So it's a pretty well-rounded controller. So this honestly might be the controller I use for a while until the new Steam controller comes out. Thing looks amazing. I'm not going to go into detail about that right now because it's not about that. But yeah, so the 8bitdo Pro 3, I've been using the 8bitdo Ultimate, the wireless version, for a while, and this has been my go-to controller for a little while. But the actual analog stick over here ended up breaking on me, so when I put it into the hair trigger mode, it sticks. Yeah, there you go. It'll stick and just stay with the input, so I can't really use that as much. But I mean, I can use it in the regular way, but with shooters and everything, I like to obviously have the hair trigger. But absolutely love this controller. So 8bitdo kind of has a place in my heart there for controllers wise. But so I wanted to try out the Pro 3, and I have not been disappointed. There's a couple things I'll touch on that I am a little bit disappointed on. But overall, the experience has been really good. So you still get the charging dock with this. So you can still, plug it in and charge it, use it with the dongle USB. If you are going to be using gyro, I suggest using D input and wired. You can do Bluetooth, but obviously the latency will be a little bit different there for you. But yeah, so you can charge the device on here, and then you have the dongle inside of here, as well as the other face buttons here. So these face buttons you can just interchange. So they're just magnets. It's pretty easy to get them out. It comes with this little tool here where you can remove a button very easily. So I just have this button down here because this is the button I either use for gyro ratcheting, or just an input to turn gyro off or on, depending on how I want to play it. So that's why I don't have an actual the A button attached there. And then I have your X, Y, and B in more of the Xbox layout, but it came in the Switch layout by default, but you can very easily, change that. And then it also comes with these extra sticks here. These are pretty interesting, honestly, because they're very high. It doesn't look like they come off for, very much, but I can show you real quick. So that comes off, pretty easy. And then you can clip, one of these guys on here. And now I will say, if you're into flick stick and things like that, this would probably be a good, option for you, because it's easy to just, flick, and it pretty much goes to the extended output right away as soon as you're hitting it. So would be definitely good for flick stick, or if you work on, or if you, game on a high sense and you want to make quick turns, I think it would be a good option for you. But if you do use your joystick as a joystick, I don't exactly recommend it. You could also use it more like a an actual joystick if you want to, but for more retro style games. So that would be good option. But I do like just the standard sticks on here. I always thought that 8bitdo does a good job with their sticks, and they went with one reason I really like this controller is because they have the PlayStation style layout, which I very much prefer over the Xbox style that the 8bitdo Ultimate had. So this feels right at home for me. And one of the, I guess, gripes that I would say is the top button placement. So I really enjoyed the L4 and R4 button placement on the 8bitdo Ultimate, because you just rest your fingers right here and you can hit these very easily. You know, it's you wouldn't do it on accident. It wouldn't be accidental presses, but you can hit these really easily and they're not out of reach. So you could use them for like, you know, actual commands and stuff within the game that you use frequently. But these are, especially, I mean, I have long fingers, and you can see it's at the very tip of my finger as extended to get to these, and you can very easily like accidentally press the actual shoulder button. So now I use it for more like, you know, either like inspect mode or like an emote or something like that, so that I'm not going to go to like frequently that I need in game, or maybe like a ping or something, but it's just a little bit harder to reach. So I don't use those buttons as much, but I really like having those, the top buttons and the back buttons. But the back buttons are good. There's nothing really too fancy about them. They're not like micro switches or anything, but they work and they get the job done. Feel good. The click is nice. So there's nothing really wrong with those. And then obviously you have like your regular face plates. I will say these face buttons are very loud. I don't know if you can hear this. But yeah, they're just very loud. I did see a video on how to like kind of dampen the sound a little bit, but I haven't tried it out or anything. But it's not like loud enough to be like a huge distraction or anything while you're playing, but it is pretty loud. And the triggers, I love the triggers on these. You can just have them in regular, you know, analog mode, but that you can also, you know, do the hair trigger, which makes it like an instant mouse click. And these are great. They work really well, and they look like they're in a position where they won't break like my previous one did. So hopefully that's still the case, but they really work really well. But yeah, let's jump into like the settings and everything as far as, you know, setting this up with gyro. So you can see here I have Marvel Rivals open, but if I go into my Steam input settings, you can see here that I have enabled with gyro, so you get actually access to all of the extended buttons. So your L4, R4, and the PL and PR buttons that are on the back of the controller, you get access to all those, and you also get the gyro input. So you do have to be on the D input mode to get this, and make sure that all your firmware and everything is up to date. It'll work right away. On Linux, you may have to add the udev rules under your Steam settings there to get it to work, but I can put those in the description below, so you can grab those if you need it. But yeah, so everything is configurable and easy on this, you know, particular configuration that I'm doing gyro to mouse. So, and then I have the button behavior as the, you know, the A button that I was talking about down there before. And yeah, everything works, you know, really well. If you want to see my settings, these are my settings there, so you can, you know, check those out if you're interested in having something like that. But yeah, they honestly work really well, and I can just kind of jump into a game and kind of show you how everything feels. Let's see if I can grab Gambit real quick, because he's definitely been one of my favorites.
Top-notch team to win this one.
Make way for the king of
Can we get a tank? Darker Snaker. All right, it's my first game today, so bear with me.
Ooh, found me some of the, ooh, wait, that hit the spot. Hey, hitting real hard. Gambit got your back. I'm wonderful. Got your back.
And I actually feel like gyro on here, I don't know if it's just because I'm playing with it wired, but I do feel like it's more responsive on here than it was on the 8bitdo Ultimate 2. It very well could be the case, but not 100% sure.
How refreshing.
Of course I got sweaty.
hurt.
Vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man! Never got your back. Let the devil out!
Appreciate you.
Spider Zero. Never got your back. Shuffle up.
This is real firepower!
Shuffle up.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
Let's not keep the weaver waiting, Nicole. God, that was good. Now you do the same for me. Ooh, wait. That hit the spot.
Almost there. Don't remember.
Never fall! 1,000 cards! Now you do the same for ooh, found me some of the fire. Double down.
This is real firepower!
Ooh, wait, that hit the spot. Stay with it. Helping hand. Shuffle up. Now you do the same for me. Double back.
You are nothing.
Never fall! Let the devil out! Never got your back. Just a boost out of me. Girl, that hurt.
Don't worry, Spider Zero. Vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
I'm now you do the same for me, will you? How refreshing. Double back.
My friends are here. Honestly, raccoons shouldn't carry guns.
back.
Another epic victory.
So yeah, so to conclude the video here, so basically 8bitdo Pro 3 is a great device. I'll probably be using this, until the Steam controller comes out. Definitely like it. The fact that it can, pair and, work with pretty much any device out there right now. Gyro seems really good, and, button layout and everything seems really good except for where the L4 and or R4 and L4 buttons are. Other than that, like it definitely fits the mold of what I've been looking for. But stay tuned. I'll definitely be getting that Steam controller and reviewing that as well. So if you've been enjoying my content, please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.